As per usual, I've been procrastinating cleaning my brushes, but today I am excited to put the BK Beauty Solid Brush Soap to the test. This is supposed to make our lives so much easier and brush cleaning quicker. This is all natural, has coconut oil in it. One thing that is really cool, not only do you have the solid soap on one side, but it has a built-in scrubbing pad here, so there's no need to bring in a separate cleaning pad like I normally do. So let's get started and see how quickly those brushes get cleaned. As per the instructions, we're going to start off with lukewarm water, not hot, not cold, but just right. I'm going to dampen each of the brushes first in water, also dampen the soap, thoroughly coat each brush in the soap, scrub it into the scrubbing pad in the lid, rinse, and then we will see if we need to repeat. I'm going to start off first with the eyeshadow brushes because I think I can do a couple of these at a time. Then I'm going to move into the concealer brushes and foundation brushes, which are always the most challenging. By my calculations, I washed 21 brushes in less than 20 minutes, and half of those were foundation, concealer, or face brushes, which typically take a lot longer. I was most impressed with how quickly it cleaned these brushes. This is the 101, the 115, and the A506. These are the most challenging for me. Concealer and foundation brushes, I don't clean them every day and I reuse them multiple times. And because these are such dense bristles, that foundation and concealer is usually a heavier, maybe more of a denser texture in there, and it's just hard to get out. And this brush cleaner had no problem. I did end up going through twice, 2 cycles through with these brushes, but as you can see, they are clean as a whistle, and this soap rinses out so quickly. With my previous method, it would take quite a long time of rinsing under the water to get all of that soap out, not with this one. So now that I have all of my BK Beauty brushes cleaned, I am now curious to see how this soap works on my rougher brushes, because these have natural bristles and sometimes you have to actually use a conditioner after cleaning them to keep the bristles really soft. So let's see how well this soap works on these brushes. here's a sampling of those rougher brushes after being cleaned. I think the white bristles are a dead giveaway of how clean they are able to get, and that soap had no problems. Now, I did take a couple of these through 2 times on the actual solid soap, but it cleaned them like a champ, and the bristles actually do feel conditioned. So I don't feel the need to go in with a separate conditioner. So that is a huge plus. This does have a scent, which I notice more as I am lathering it, not so much on the brush once it's rinsed out. It is a slight coconut with maybe a little hint of a floral, but again, once it is rinsed out of the brush, I can't smell it on there. And I just think it's super convenient to have everything all contained in this one product. So now I really have no excuse to save up all of my brushes to be cleaned at once, because I literally just have to pull out this one product. I've got the soap, I've got the scrubbing pad. And by the way, you can remove this scrubbing pad out of the lid so you can make sure that it stays clean and dry. Overall, I'm super impressed. Well done, Lisa. I also love that there's a mini travel size, so this I can take with me on a trip and make sure my brushes stay super clean. Next, I want to put a very similar product to the test. My good Instagram friend Melissa sent me this from Buzzy Beauty. Buzzy Beauty has the beautiful green handled brushes that you see me also use all the time. And wouldn't you know, I have a collection of them that needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to put her soap to the test, and hers also has a silicone pad in the lid. I love that. Here's the soap itself. This one, I do smell a little bit of a scent. Let's see how it translates as we clean the brushes. And similarly to the 101 from BK Beauty, Buzzy has this 902 brush, which is a little challenging to clean normally. So let's see how it does on this and all the rest of the brushes. Just as I did with the BK Beauty soap, I want to see how the Buzzy Beauty soap performs on my rougher brushes. And then I also have a couple of other fluffy brushes like this from Sigma that are generally a pain to rinse clean. So I'm going to see how it performs on these as well. I'm happy to report that all of those brushes are now clean. Over 80 plus sponges. And I have to say, both the Buzzy Beauty and the BK Beauty soaps, these are both solid choices. Yes, pun intended. Now, real quickly, I just want to give you the tiny little minor differences between these two. Number one, scent. The scent on this, on the BK Beauty, is stronger than what I detected on the Buzzy Beauty. Really, only if I put my nose like in the tin can I detect a scent, but as I'm washing, I don't detect a scent. The BK Beauty one, you can. However, on the brushes afterwards, there is no lingering scent. Also, on the BK Beauty brush cleaner, you can see in the lid, I have removed the silicone pad. So I kind of like that ability on this one because, you know, sometimes makeup and stuff can get underneath it, and it's nice to be able to air it out and dry it before you put it back on, put the lid on. The Buzzy Beauty one, that one is solidly in place. So just a note there. Also, as I was washing brushes, I felt like the BK Beauty one definitely suds up. You get more suds when you are using this one than the Buzzy Beauty. However, both of them clean super well. And as far as pricing and size, even though this one looks, the Buzzy Beauty looks bigger than the travel size, it's actually the same amount of product. So this is 30 grams for $14. This is 30 grams for $12. I do hope that Buzzy Beauty comes out with a larger size because I do find the bigger tin a little easier when you're cleaning those huge brushes. However, I did use this tin with the big brushes and it was able to get it done. So overall, I highly recommend both of these soaps. I will leave links to both of them down below, and hopefully you will pick up one of these soaps and it's gonna help you and me keep our brushes cleaner on a more regular basis. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.